Hello viewers, welcome to our exciting client spotlight. Today, SHAS Properties is delighted to share a success story. Meet our client Mr. Shekhar, the proud owner of a stunning house. From concept to creation, we worked hand in hand to bring that vision to life. And the result is nothing short of spectacular. Let's ask Shekhar sir about his experience with SHAS.
My association with SHAS Properties dates back to almost 2014, where I was in Nagpur at that time, in west of India. And I was always wanting to come back to Kerala, buy a small farm, do some sort of farming, but you cannot start an larger project. You wanted a smaller project. So that's how I go through online this thing, then I find out about, then I see SHAS Properties. Then I get the contact number from there, then I call Mr. Shakir. He had a long chat with me at that time. He understood my requirements, but he said that because you are in Nagpur, you just give me a call once you are in Kerala or in Coimbatore or wherever in Kerala. And then we can take it further from there. And that's how the association started. Though I called him in 2014, actually I met him only by mid of 2015 only. Then I told him, do you remember we had a chat? Then he was able to recollect that conversation which we had when I was from Nagpur. In fact, we both complimented each other, saying that we still both remember each other after almost 1.5 years of time. For me, because I was aspiring to buy a farm, and me remembering Shakir is easier thing. But Shakir being in this field, handling this sort of properties and all, and he would certainly meet probably 100 or 200 customers in a month. And after 2 years, recollecting a customer who has called him 1.5 to 2 years back, and then keeping a database of that was really appreciative of him. Actually, that was one thing which I really liked about Shakir, and that's how the association started. Once the association started, it was like Shakir. Yes, I had bought a couple of properties before that also, but it was not through Shakir, and I have a fair idea how a real estate agent behaves. But this person called SHAS Properties, run by Shakir, is one of the person who gives us end-to-end solution, and it is not a transactional basis. It is almost like a well-wisher who comes, who advises to you and all. And in fact, to give an example on that, to throw some light on that, it was like as I told you, I wanted to buy a small farmland. So my initial budget was probably X. Okay. And then Shakir started showing me properties in X. And yes, I was liking certain properties. Certain properties I was not happy. In 3 or 4 site visits, one was the smartest thing of Mr. Shakir was he understood my requirement actually. Then he took me to one place. He said that before taking me to the place, he told me that, Shekhar, listen, I'll take you to one place. It might be slightly above your budget, whatever you're quoting, but I want you to see this place. And that's how my association with Shakir started, and that was the first property. As he said, I saw the place. It was exactly what I had in my mind, which means that the appreciative thing about SHAS Properties is that he understands what is your requirement, rather than he could have showed me bigger budget this thing also, but and forcefully sold something to me because I was wanting to buy a farmland. But understanding my requirement and slightly around that budget, though it is a slighter stretch, so finding a land for that, it took almost like the thing materialized in almost like 5 to 6 months of time. So it was really appreciative of SHAS Properties and Shakir on that regard actually.
Hello sir, how did you first hear about SHAS Properties?
See, as I told you, SHAS Properties, the first farmland dealing which I had. Then I was wanting, that was a smaller plot actually. To be precise, it was almost a 1.75 acre. Then I thought that if I want to do some sort of integrated farming, 1.75 acre is not apt. And you'll need at least like 3.5 acres. So my next quest of owning a second farmland came into my mind. And then yes, Shakir from SHAS Properties was also in touch. And this time I thought that let me scout outside also, let me have an experience of other real estate agents also. And then yes, to be frank, I had almost finalized one property. In fact, I had given an advance of 5,000 to that property and this thing. And again, Shakir came in at the time. He was very gentle. I told, when he called me and said, "Are you still looking for land?" I said, "Yes, I just finished finalizing a land 1 week back." He said, "Okay, that's fine. But next time when you are in around that Koinambara side, please give me a call. I would like you to see one property. I don't want to disturb you or this thing, but there is one property which is there. It might go off." No, he sent me a video actually. He sent me a video of a land and said that this is one land which I found which might suit you, but since you're finalized on that, but next time when you come this way, just have a look at this land. Probably if you're lucky, this land might still remain unsold. Okay, and that's how then it so happened that I had to visit Koinambara again next 2 or 3 days after that call. Then I thought that okay, Shakir has told this, and we had association almost like 7-8 years by the time, 7 years odd by the time. And we were more friends. We were in touch all through. Okay, I mean, it was not like I finished my first land deal with him in 2005-15 and then there was no contact. He was he's so professional that he always keeps in touch with you actually. That's one appreciative thing. And so that personal bonding was there. Then I went and saw that land. Then in fact, I dropped that earlier one which I had already advanced for 5,000 rupees, and then I finalized other land. Then that happened. Then 1 year later, as I told you, my farm aspiration of owning a farm in Kerala was satisfied. Now I need to build a house in Kerala. I did not want to buy a flat. Luckily, I had a place, own place in nearby Palakkad. Then I thought that why can't I build a house? Then by this time, the association with Shakir and SHAS Properties was good that, it has evolved to that a level that there was mutual trust. That is one thing which you will always find in SHAS Properties, a term called trust, which is very hard to find in any real estate dealings. But SHAS Properties is one, it's so professional and they are so amicable in terms of handling the customer and understanding the customer and helping the customer out end to end. As I told you earlier, the end-to-end solution is something which draws you back to SHAS Properties. So then I thought that I'll have to build a house in Kerala, and I had a piece of land. So I bounced this idea. Then Shakir asked me, see, I have not done construction before, but I would like to enter into construction. If you trust me, I can start. I said I had full trust on him by the time. I said, I understand that this is your first project, but I have full trust on you. And yes, I did not take much time to decide that yes, Shakir will handle my project. It was his first project, but I was 100% sure because he always provides end-to-end solution. The way he was dealing with me in 2 of the property dealings gave me such confidence that yes, even it is his first project, he's such a person that he'll get to the root cause and he'll understand the roots of it, and he'll give me the best actually. So that confidence was there. And the proof of the pudding, I just experienced it on November 27th when I had a housewarming ceremony. It's not only my confidence or my satisfaction, the people who came and saw the property. Many people are shocked that is this the first project which a person is doing or an engineer has taken up, and they were really surprised that being a first project, yes, there were a lot of perfections which has come in, the quality of construction, the designing part. It's a mix of contemporary and olden style actually, and getting an amalgamation of both these styles is quite difficult actually. Yes, as I told you earlier, he's a very patient person. The designing part of the house itself, he had to change 3 designers, I know, because the first designer, we almost finalized the house design, and then I went to some other, I believe in sort of Vastu and all. Then I went back to that. Then I wanted these sort of changes. Then his actual initial designer was getting irritated. Then he had to change he had changed his architects, but not the customer. And he gave me the solution what I want. The highlight is this. It's him changing the architect. You might think that it could be for the monetary benefits, but no, it was more for my comfort, to satisfy my comfort and addressing to my needs actually. So that is one thing which you always I'm sure you will get at SHAS Properties actually. It's not because of the friendship which I developed, it's because of the professionalism what the SHAS Properties shows.
What made you choose SHAS as your builder?
In terms of community, I had almost like 3 transactions, 2 land transactions and 1 building of a house, which is almost an roughly a year running project actually. All through these 3 transactions, the communication, as I told, SHAS Properties, a sort of professionalism they maintain. Step-by-step communication, intimation, and one is communication, next is intimation, and third part of that is there are many people who will communicate, who will intimate you, but there are only very few people who will ensure that when there is a communication happening, when there is an intimation happening, and if there is an issue or something has to be addressed, finding a solution to it is the thing which many of the people like me who want actually, because I live out of Kerala. I only come probably once in a month or something of that sort. One is getting an intimation and communication regarding updation of daily updates or weekly updates, and where we are stuck and how are we going to handle it. It's like using good officers of both sides actually. So if you are in a problem, there is always a call from Mr. Shakir of SHAS Properties asking, sir, this is where we are stuck, or there is some legal angle to it, or whatever. There might be a small hindrance or whatever. Do you have any contact anywhere? If yes, he'll use our good own office. If not, he'll find his own way and ensure that it, rather than forestalling it or moving around the problem, there was always an approach of resolution of problem and then moving forward from there. So the communication part was there was a weekly update wherever required. There was a daily update, like in terms of when I was building the house, like concreting and all, there was a daily update happening, and the other parts and all, there was a weekly update which was happening. And yes, as you all know that whenever you're into an year running project and all, there are always hindrances which come up, and then I've also seen the phase of providing resolution to that and running pillar to post to resolve that issue also. So I'm sure that whoever will have an experience with SHAS Properties will certainly experience all this what I'm saying actually.
Shekhar sir, thank you so much for your valuable feedback. We are truly grateful to have you as our valid client. Thank you so much.